Janet Hood and I have collaborated on this is our 5th musical. We've been writing together since college. I was really looking to do another show with her because I love her music so much. And I love writing for women. And I've always been fascinated by musical families where the generations have different musical styles, like John and Bonnie Raitt. You know, he came from the Rodgers and Hammerstein tradition, and she's a real blues rocker.
There's some rock tunes, there's some blues music, there's some ballads, and I would say I come out of the 70s. I like Carole King and Aretha Franklin, the Beatles, that era, and I use those here.
Joy, who is the title character, is a baby boomer, musician and hippie, and the show is framed by a concert for, in honor of her songwriting and life partner, who has passed away, and they're doing this concert to honor his music. They had a daughter, though they were never married, named Rachel, who rebelled against her parents' hippie bohemian musician lifestyle and went completely the other direction and married a televangelist, on whose show she performs. She's also a singer, but with a very different style from her parents. And she and her husband have a daughter, Joy's granddaughter, who has just graduated from high school and is secretly writing these hard rock songs that she knows her parents would not approve of. So it is the 3 generations of musicians.
What's really important to me in picking projects is that there's some form of diversity and something about bringing people together and overcoming people's own prejudice and what's going on in the world, you know, today and what's always been going on in the world. And I think that the best way we can do that is through entertainment. So I thought that Unexpected Joy hit all those notches, all those boxes.
The first time we did a full stage production was 2016 at the Wellfleet Harbor Actors Theater on Cape Cod, and it's in the town next to where this show is set. So it had a lot of resonance that way. But the audiences were so responsive and really took the time to send emails to the theater saying, you know, as soon as this show was over, I went and called my mother.
It's great for me to be working on a show that's so female heavy across the board. I mean, there are oftentimes Bill is literally the only one in the room. There is something about, in this day and age, letting women tell our own stories. I feel that authenticity and representation is really important as far as race and diversity and gender, and I think it's a story that, I mean, I am a daughter and I have a daughter, so that part of it feels very genuine to me.
One of the exciting things about doing Unexpected Joy as a main stage production is that we've been involved with the development of the show really for the past 6 years. We did the first reading of it in our developmental reading series.
Unexpected Joy is even more relevant now than it was 6 years ago because we've taken a turn in our society, and I think that this show is all about tolerance and understanding other people where they come from.
Families are split because of differing political views, and people end up not speaking comfortably to one another or not speaking to one another at all and trying to figure out how to get through this.
Now this moment we're in with Time's Up and Me Too, it just feels really timely. And even though gay marriage is now legal all over the country, just because it's legal doesn't mean those issues have been resolved, especially within families.
Everything is gray, and I don't mean in a negative or sad way. I just mean it's always in the middle. It's like your version of today and my version of today, and it's probably somewhere in the middle of those, right? It's not black and white. And I think what this story does best, it shows us 4 people at basically different times of their lives, going through different experiences, but together. And every single one of them, at some point in the process, you can look at and say, ooh, I don't know if you should have handled it that way. And also, oh, you're not getting a fair shake right now, right? So I think that's the best thing about this piece, is that I hope that it makes you look at every single person you encounter with a little bit of generosity and grace.
Unexpected Joy is one of those rare stories where every audience member can find someone in that cast who they can relate to. We have different beliefs, we have different religious values, different social values, but at the end of the day, Families are families, and it's important to find what brings us together rather than what pulls us apart.
You should come see Unexpected Joy because it's a story you haven't heard yet. Very cool on a new musical. The music is awesome, the cast is phenomenal, and it's a story about women. Hello, that's what we need right now.
Unexpected joy can rock you if you give that joy.